'Tis the season to be jolly, but it's also a season of giving. And I'm joined here at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Toronto by someone who's doing just that. Paul Mason, also known as Fashion Santa. Thanks for joining me on this interview.
Good morning.
Good morning. So who is Fashion Santa?
Fashion Santa is a character I created in 2013-14 based on having a fashion background and growing this gigantic white beard. He represents sort of like a new Santa with charity initiatives and just trying to make a better place for everyone.
So it started off at the mall where people could actually go and take pictures with you in a different Santa outfit.
In 2014, I partnered up with a mall in Toronto, and we came up with a concept where I would just stand there and do selfies with clients or the customers of the mall during the Christmas shopping. And the initiative was, for every selfie that I did with someone, they would donate $1 to Sick Kids.
Okay, great. Because you've been partnering with Sick Kids as well for a number of years now. And why choose Sick Kids charities?
I don't think there's anyone in the whole area of Toronto that hasn't been affected by Sick Kids. If it's not your own children, we all know someone who's been affected or been treated or just been part of Sick Kids.
Great. And you've also been taking Fashion Santa on tour as well.
I'm so happy to be partnering with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, a 4-city location tour, 2 in the States, 2 in Canada, to raise money in the States for the Children's Miracle Network, and here it's for Sick Kids. And
how's the experience been, the reaction of the fans that have come up and take selfies with Fashion Santa?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I'm already 2 or 3 years, 4 years into it, so I'm really, I'm a veteran now at doing this, but as like I said, I created the character, so I couldn't be more pleased.
Wow. And so you don't come down chimneys, obviously, right? You don't want to have to dirty the suit.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
This size.
Yeah, exactly.
I can fit down a chimney.
Not like the traditional Santa Claus that we all know.
I don't know how he did it.
I don't know. With all the, so the traditional Santa Claus will drink milk and have the cookies, right? What does Fashion Santa want on Christmas Eve? Champagne, that's right. 'Tis the season. Well, cheers at the end of the convo. So just tell me a bit more about your charity work.
So my concept is that any partnership or collaboration I do with any corporation or any business or any brand, there has to be a charity component mixed in. So if it's not raising money through selfies, it'll be a donation based on their part. And so it's like I said, the new Santa is more like a philanthropist. I can't say that word. Yeah. But the charity is a major component of what fashion represents. Fashion Santa represents.
Absolutely. And then fashion. So it's all about the suits, right? Looking good. How many suits does Fashion Santa have?
This year, I have a total of about 4 made, 3 or 4 made, maybe 5 now. I was really thankful and appreciative of being partnered up with Indochino this year.
Okay.
And they fitted me for everything.
Wow. So outside of being Santa during the holidays, being Fashion Santa during the holidays, what does Paul Mason do?
After the holidays, he takes a rest. Maybe eats more than usual.
Trims the beard or no?
Yeah, I'll trim the beard a little bit. But I do, as Paul Mason still has a modeling career for the moment until the Fashion Santa brand is expanded. And I'm looking forward to probably going over to Europe in the next little while.
Portugal? Is Portugal on the list?
Yeah, for sure.
You've already been there, right? You've been to Lisbon?
Yeah, we've been to Lisbon.
And how was the experience?
It was amazing. It was really, really, really cool. And I could actually live there. I could base myself out of Lisbon. It's such an amazing city.
You should?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We should bring Fashion Santa on tour to Portugal.
I don't know if you're aware of Nuno Gama.
Yes.
He's a major men's designer in Portugal. He's a good friend of mine. Right. So he always asks me if I'm coming out to do collections. If I'm there, I could walk in one of his shows. Right. So after the off season, I do have options. And looking forward to exploring the next little while and see what happens.
And how long does a beard take to grow?
Well, this has been since 2013-14, but I've trimmed it a lot. It should be much, much bigger. But Yeah, it becomes a little unruly after a little while. After a full season of Fashion Santa, it's everywhere. So
now it's tamed, right, for the interview. Yeah, absolutely. So how old is Fashion Santa? Can I ask that?
700.
Okay. I want to look like that at 700.
No,
absolutely.
I don't know. How old is the real Santa?
Thousands years old, right?
Okay, so
Father Christmas.
I'm a bit younger, just a side bit younger. Paul Mason's 56.
All right.
But
and tell me about the events that you host here at Ritz-Carlton. It also has a charity component to it.
Right. So we're Ritz-Carlton Fashion Santa Tour is teaming up with Sick Kids, and we're doing an evening of fashion, music. We've come up with a cocktail menu. Okay. So every cocktail purchased with you get a shot, a photo with me. So like a selfie with Fashion Santa, and the money raised will go to Sick Kids. Portion of the proceeds. So.
Very good. And so Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you'll actually be busy being Fashion Santa and doing charity initiatives in the city.
On Christmas morning, I'm 3 years in. I work with a not-for-profit called Heroes in Black, and we go out to the streets and we distribute essentials for as far as gloves, socks, like soaps, toothbrush, food, anything with the people that are out on the streets. I think everyone deserves a gift for Christmas morning.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you.
Great. And we're going to cheers to the holidays. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
All the best. And where can people check out Fashion Santa over this weekend?
So this weekend, the TTC and the Queen Street BIA are doing an activation where they've decorated a whole streetcar for me, and it's going to be sort of like a photo studio where you can hop on the streetcar between McCall, I believe, and Bathurst Street.
Wow.
And come in, take a selfie with me, and it's a Saturday and Sunday.
Wow. So you have to go on down to McCall and Bathurst on Queen Street on the streetcar.
I think between 12 and 5.
Between 12 and 5, all right. And grab your photos with Fashion Santa. And where can people check you out then? On Instagram?
Instagram,
Facebook,
I'm Fashion Santa.
Just Fashion
I just got verified, so I'm just...
Oh, amazing, awesome.
So,
Awesome. So check it out, Fashion Santa on Instagram.
Yes.
And Facebook and all the social medias. Great, cheers.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.